market here. Knock and doodle do. All right, cool. We got 22 minutes until the market opens. I can see most of you are coming in now. Start the update in just a moment here. Okay, Google. Watch Fox Business on Little TV. Right. Did somebody just say any thoughts on Baba? Just, nothing other than the fact that China might be complying with regulatory compliances, the SEC, in order to remain listed. And so, since that news, many Chinese stocks have been on the decline since the previous news that they were not in compliance and needed to be. Those stocks, all Chinese stocks, were in decline. So now they're not in decline anymore because there's the possibility that they're going to be able to remain listed. And then Carl says a share buyback has been announced. Is that right? Wonder if all companies are going to do that to protect themselves. Why Alibaba shares are rising today. The company's board authorized to upsize its share repurchase program from 15 billion to 25 billion. It's a 2-year period through March 2024. They'll be doing $2 billion of share buybacks over the course of the next 2 years. Their market cap is 270 billion. So that accounts for a 0.7% increase in their price over the next 2 years. In case you are wowed by this amazing share buyback program. Yeah. That's going to help boost the stock 0.7% over the course of 2 years. Oh, not interested. All right. We got 18 minutes until they open. And here's what we've got going on. Oh, pop up the TikTok also. Okay. So right now, rates seem to be the thing that are zooming the most, actually. And so inflation is, I don't know, accelerating, you could almost say. We're at almost 2.4 now on the 10-year, which is way beyond where we expected to be at this point. So um, rates the last couple of days have just skyrocketed. Let's see if I can pull up the 10-year. Yeah. Whew. Last couple of days have just been skyrocketing on an extreme run from 1.6 to now 2.4 almost in pre-market. And mortgage rates, the 30 years, they'll be affected down the line a little bit more. They're going to start to hit like 6.5% by the end of the summer. They're going to be pretty high up there. And by the beginning of next summer, oh, they could be 7, 8, 9%. This continues like this. So, yeah, that's going to affect real estate market aside from the stock market. Watch out this year. The real estate market is going to be under pressure on the demand side. All right. So anyway, the rates rising. That's going to put pressure on tech and growth mostly, and biotech. Anything that's tech and growth will be affected by these higher rates because the cost to fund your endeavors, in other words, to borrow money, will go up so significantly, has gone up so significantly that companies can't afford it like they could before. And so expanding their endeavors becomes hampered. And that is partially why during times of inflation, extreme inflation, you also see times of great innovation because it pushes innovators to think, how can we achieve better, but without so much cost? So productivity innovations start to go through the roof. So you should watch for new and interesting emerging technologies and innovations during times of inflation because that's when apples of the world are born. So anyway, that should put pressure on growth today, and you might see the Qs decline today, and then but you might see industrials go up, leading with financials. Financials are up pre-market on the inflation. For instance, XLF sector, financial sector ETF XLF. This morning went from 38.8 to now 39.2, so it's up a bit. Energy is pretty much where we were at the close yesterday. Oil and energy tried to move around a little bit, but it is basically where yesterday's close was, which for oil was $111 a barrel, and actually it hit $113 a barrel in after hours yesterday. 113, so that's still quite high. So you're still going to see high prices at the gas pump for a little bit here. Thank God it's not $130 a barrel yet. However, we are getting yield inversion on the rates. That's the 10-year minus the 2-year, which signals upcoming recessions. And we did get a signal on that. Usually you get about an 8-month lead time on that before a recession hits, 3 quarters or so. We got a signal on that on August 30th, 2019. And so that would have been a signal for you that the stock market was going to crash soon. We're getting dangerously close to that same signal again perhaps in the next few days, it could push down, or maybe within a month, which means that after summer, if that signal happens, then after summer, we could be looking at a recession. There's some serious work that the Fed needs to do to resuscitate the economy. And a big part of that is going to be just getting people back to work, getting productivity up. That would help alleviate a lot of these issues. But that is still is not stopping the inflation that's going on right now, which already, I mean, I think everyone agrees and I said it before, the Fed should have raised rates in November of last year. This is way too late. This is 5 months too late. And sort of like if you're an options trader and you have calls and then you want to sell a call, like above and outside to convert to a vertical, it traps the range. It traps that money. It traps that range in there, and you can never get it back. Once you convert to a vertical, you sort of like are trapping the difference between that range. Well, that's what happens when the Fed raises rates too late. It's sort of trapped inherent inflation in a block, and it can never escape it. And that's how you get runaway inflation. And we are really looking like we're getting runaway inflation now. I predicted that by May, we're going to hit 15% inflation, even with rate hikes. So we'll see if that prediction comes true. But so far, I've been pretty spot on with damn near everything, including that the real estate market would start to slow down for the first time in April. And that seems to be happening already. We had a 7-fold increase in foreclosures in the last couple days. It's starting to happen. People can't afford their mortgages. Their rates are going up. All right, so that's oil, energy, financials, and rates. Now look at gold. Gold is at $19.25 an ounce. It hit $19.40 an ounce yesterday, while the stock market was playing around, and it's not moving significantly in one direction or another right now. So there's no signal currently that institutionals are going to be withdrawing and purchasing anything. If anything, they might be extracting from the market today and putting into gold. So gold may rise today, possibly. There's more of a chance that gold may rise today than gold will fall, because rates are up, inflation's going up, price of gold will go up, price of everything will go up. And also fertilizers, by the way, are really hot right now because of the inflating costs of all their ingredients. Raw materials go up during inflation. And so fertilizer, one of the things that's highly affected by the inflation of raw materials right now. So yeah, tech and growth probably going to be under pressure today. Industrials may go sideways or up. And then so the S&P 500 may slightly grind down when you combine them, you put them all together. And we are watching DPRO, SMFL, ENSV, and PALE, P-A-L-E, for momentum, penny stock, small cap trades this morning. And I'll also be calling out any high growth swing entries at some point here. We have 8 minutes until the market opens. And if you're over on TikTok, make sure you click the link in my profile in order to come check out our trading community. It's free for the next 7 days for you to come check out. Same thing with you guys over on YouTube and Twitch. Just click the link in the description. Come on over and join our member community. All right, we've got 8 minutes until the market opens. And we shall see what's going to happen here. But right now, we're paying close attention to PALE. DPRO seems to have regulated itself to the price that their contract would value them at. But Pally seems to be trying to find its equilibrium a little bit, and it has potential. So if Pally breaks $1.61, you could potentially be able to get into that for 40 cents of risk with a stop at 1.2. Write that down. No, missed UAN. And in fact, this morning, I was pretty pissed about the fact that that was not up on my screener, on my scanner, UAN, because that is definitely one of the ones that I have been watching. But yeah, we missed that breakout on UAN. That would have been nice. But we did get EP. We're in EP. Huge pop yesterday of 22%. We got the whole move. We got in early, and so we're still in EP. Yeah, the right spot for entrance on UAN been right there. 110.50, and now it's at 134.90 in just 3 days. But we are in CF. That one's doing well. And also Square and Imsky and Ken. And we recently got into Rambus and Tesla. So we've caught a lot of these breakouts, and we're sitting pretty. And we'll see what else comes up this morning. No, I didn't get NRSN, and thank you for bringing that up. Let's pull that up in case that moves today. I'll keep that on watch. On NRSN, we'd be looking for a break of 750. And right now it's at 5. So it's got a ways to go. All right, we got 5 minutes until the market opens. Somebody asked me to check CVVV, Canadian something. That's not coming up for me. CVV.V, I see. I don't know if you have to put .V in here. Can Alaska Uranium? Uranium stocks are that are kind of topped. The uranium play is kind of topped. There's also UROY, and actually it looks like they're on the rise again. UROY and UUUU were some of the better ones. Well, it's double topping now. The uranium plays are double topping now, and I'm even surprised that you got a chance to get back to those previous highs. So that could be a sign of momentum. Maybe sometime this week, uranium breaks out again. We'll be watching also my Momo scanner and my Gromo scanner. So, miss anything? We got everything front and center. All right, I'm watching Pally. It seems pretty dense in volume. As penny stock, that's pretty common. SPY is remaining pretty steady before the open. And the Dow Industrials, same. And same with the Qs. Deceptively steady. Sherman-Williams is a good buy, he says. Maybe. EPS due in 35 days. I mean, it's not looking like it based on the last quarter. Valued at about 283, and it's at 245, 254. So it does have some upside. Yeah, you had a bad fourth because of a shortage, but starting to get in more product. I see. All right. Well, good to know. Thank you. Got insider tip on Sherman-Williams. Yeah, Jonathan, we already talked about it. So yeah, Alibaba is doing a share buyback program that will increase the price of the stock 0.7% over the next 2 years. So who gives a fuck? All right, the market's opening in 30 seconds. Watching Pally pretty close. ENSV, SMFL, DPRO, NRSN, ALZN. Anything else that comes up? Here we go. Immediate alert on ADM. Okay, Pally is not not moving. NRSN is dropping. It's at 480 now. Looking like we are having a move, a positive move on the S&P 500 and the Dow Industrials, and a negative move on the Qs on growth. Growth down, value up. That's defensive. Consumer staples are up and financials are up. Those are the two strongest leading out of the gate right now. XLP and XLF. Energy's dropping. Oil's dropping to about $109 a barrel. DPRO starting to move up. All right, if DPRO breaks 351, you'd be able to get in. Actually, you can get in almost around here. Let's see. 330 break with the stop at 3, so 30 cents plus a little buffer. You can get in if it breaks and holds and comes over the 331 level on DPRO. Here we go. 328, 329, 330, 327, 328, 30, 329, 330. We're almost there. 28, 327, 329, 6, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30. Oof, really close. Break 331. There it is. There's the break. 331. It hit 334. Starting to push up. 332. A lot of activity as well on DPRO, a lot of volume. 38 million shares traded so far, with end of day estimates at 166 million shares traded. All right, it's holding that 330 level. There it goes. DPRO's now at 345. Make sure you take 5 to 20% profits. Now that you're up 15 cents from entry at 330, take 5 to 20% profits. Every 5 cents, a good idea to take some profits. We're over $3. Okay, we're hitting 355 on DPRO. DPRO just had the pre-market breakout. That means there's a lot of momentum on this. It has potential. For how long? Nobody knows. But Pally about to break pre-market pivot as well. If it can break 147, Pally, P-A-L-I, would be an entry for 20 cents of risk, stop at 130. DPRO hitting 355, 356, 7, 8, 9, 60. Right. Make sure you take some profits underneath that 360 psychological level. 362, 363, 364. Make sure you take another 5 to 20% profits out. Be chipping away every 5 to 10 cents of gain. 370, 375. DPRO. And there's the breakout on Pally of the pre-market pivot. 147 entry on Pally already happened. It's now at 150. Just about to hit 151. That was a 20-cent risk entry. 152, 153 on Pally. 375 we hit on DPRO, and we're pulling back to 360s. All right, we're back to 375 on DPRO. DPRO, 378. All right, we're selling off pretty strong now. This is why you should have taken many profit points. We go over this every day. The Qs are actually running pretty strongly. The Qs decided, no thanks, they're going to run today. They're going to attempt, at least, to break our resistance levels. We are right up against our resistance levels across the board. Oh, we got an alert on X of that it could be breaking down, so we'll check on that at the end of the day. The steel trade possibly breaking down. Yeah, communications, XLC leading very strongly now. but as well as banks, XLF. UAVS aerial systems popping on the premise that possibly Ukraine will buy some of their drones too, or whatever this company does. All right, DPRO is trying to continue. You can continue holding. Pally now is almost crapped out. 130 is your stop. 130 is your stop on Pally. At 20 cents of risk from entry. And DPRO, the breakout was at 330, and we're now sitting at 370, 365 on DPRO. DPRO high tight flagging, that's a good sign. Be ready to top up, rebuy, get back in. If it breaks 381, and that would be for 30 cents of risk, stop at 3.5 on a rebreak. So be ready for that. The Qs are really shooting up, and SPY SP 500 as well. Ken is back to almost 19% gains. Okay, Rebecca says UAVS continues to run so that could be another day trade. UAVS. Looking at it right now, doesn't really seem to have the momentum, and it's fading. But maybe I've come in at a low point here, looking at it. But yeah, DPRO is starting to fail out. Pulled back to the stop at 3.5. Well, that's not really the stop. That's if it rebroke. Oh, it did rebreak 384. Okay, and pulled all the way back at the same time. That's not a good sign. This is a sign of topping. So you should be thinking about de-risking, taking your money back, and saving it for tomorrow. Compounding your gains, compounding your gains. That's what the game is about. All it's about. Looks like Square's doing a bullish hot dog on the daily. DPRO bouncing off WAP, but it's a dead cat bounce, it looks like. All right, Bros could be a potential entry. Dutch Brothers. Could be doing 4 million shares by the end of the day. That would put it. That would put it at a breakout day. All right, so I'll be alerting Bros now. Swing 100. You guys over on TikTok, just click the link in my bio in order to come check out my trading group. It's free for the next 7 days. Another alert in. JXN. Haven't seen some action from JXN for a little while. One of the better financials. Overpriced. Touch it. MTB. Let's see. Worth $140.66. Currently $185. Anything can happen, but I wouldn't press into that. I mean, target on that on the to the downside. So Cameron, just take 2022's estimated earnings per share. You can find that online somewhere. Just look it up for anything, and then multiply that by the current PE, and that gives you the price target. Yeah, no, not necessarily. Short that. There are much better short opportunities. All right, Pally failing out. Well, yeah, failing out. Putting in some failed retests, and DPRO looking like it's gonna fail retests. The neckline breakdown will be at 344, but you should already be de-risked, if not slash all out, especially if you're a day trader with an account over 30,000. Then you can just get back in, capture your profits at a high gain, and then get back in if you want at a lower level or on a breakout. All right. Thank you, everybody on TikTok, for tuning in. We're going to continue with our member-only broadcast now. If you'd like to come check out our trading group, just click the link in my profile. You have to go over to my profile, click the link there. Come on over. Check it out. It's free for the next 7 days. See you soon. Same thing with you guys on YouTube and Twitch. Click the link in the description.